So, Mr. Hawkins, how's your day been going so far?
It's been hectic. You know, we've been at the polls, on the streets, on the phones. I'm really proud of my campaign. We canvassed the whole district door to door, and if we didn't get an answer, at least we left literature. Did a couple mailings, phoned the district. So, you know, for the Green Party, we can win the election 364 days a year. It's on election day. And then the Democratic machine comes out. They shut down City Hall. They pay people to be on the streets. And, you know, they overwhelm us. Plus, they have poll inspectors we don't have. So, you know, they've got a whole machine keeping track of who voted and getting their people out to vote. And then you got people who don't know who's running. They just know they're voting the Democratic line. So hopefully it was enough to beat the machine. We'll have to see.
So, how do you feel, being out canvassing today, especially? How do you feel you've been doing today?
Well, I have a lot of supporters out there, and for their sake, I hope we win. I mean, people have really laid it out for me. I've had over 60 volunteers. People hardly slept last night, and I feel obligated to them. If I don't win, I'll feel more sorry for them than for me.
So, I guess you've got this party ready to go.
Yeah.
How many people are you expecting?
I don't know. I kept telling my campaign team, make sure people know about it. And they said, don't worry about that. You got to get votes. You got to win the election. So hopefully, the word got out enough. But, people are starting to show up, and we'll have enough to have a good time and, see what the results are.
Now, will you be sitting by the computer waiting for the results, or do you have a ritual of this night, wait for the results? What's your game plan for the rest of the night?
Sort of play it by ear. We'll see how people gather. I may talk and just do the thank yous before we know the results while people are still here. The worst outcome would be too close to call, because then the campaign continues. And we have a musician, we got food. We'll just play it by ear. It's no set agenda.
Do you think that might be a possibility, that it might go too close to call for the district?
I think it is a possibility.
Well, I guess just to backtrack just a little bit, when you went out this afternoon, how were voters reacting to you?
Well, when they saw me, they give me the thumbs up or honk. People on the street, we had yard signs that were torn down, people coming into the office. Somebody stole my yard sign. You got another, and they were pretty upset with that. So, my supporters showed their support, and that's encouraging. Just hope there are enough of them.
Got the results in. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm satisfied. Close, but a win nevertheless. It's the win that we were after, and we were successful, so works for me.
And how'd the rest of your day go leading up to this point?
It was busy. I technically been up since about 3 a.m. Couldn't really sleep. Left the house at about 5:50, and I'm looking forward to going back to the house when this is over.
So, what are you up to after this?
We're heading to, I don't know what that is. We're heading to the Dem celebration over at Pennsylvania State Fair Boulevard. So close that door.
It's okay.
Over at Pennsylvania's. To celebrate with the rest of the potential Democratic victors. So that should be exciting.
So, at this point, what do you think this means for the city of Syracuse?
Say that again?
What do you think this means for the city of Syracuse?
Well, I think it provides us an opportunity to get some real work done. We've struggled quite a bit as a district for years, particularly in the way of lack of representation for a number of reasons. And so, it's certainly exciting to get an opportunity to actually sort of get to work and put some things in motion that a number of us as a community have been talking about for a long time.
Okay, and then what are some of your priorities now that you are official, basically, and for the Common Council at this point?
Well, priorities, one, to continue some of the talks that have already started, to make some improvements to the district, to look at ways of making government more efficient is what I'm really interested in. Considering our economic situation, we have to do a lot to preserve what we have and make the best use of what we have, and so I think that's more or less the direction that I'm looking to move in right away.
Okay, and then just really quick, how do you feel that you ran your campaign? How do you feel that it helped you lead up to this point?
I mean, we worked hard. We worked hard. There's always things that you find that you can do better. Nevertheless, we had great volunteers. Some who were very loyal. Great committee who stayed with me all the way. I mean, we've been doing this since March for the most part. And so, the greatest thing is probably the dedication of the few people who stayed along for the entire ride.